A lot of the times the absent dad is due to him not being able to be sexually present with the mother.
Right.
Do you know how many times men decide, if I can no longer have access to my baby mother, then I'm checking out on both of y'all. If I can't have y'all, then I don't want them. It's like a package deal.
The last time my son's father cheated on me, he was not expecting me to be like, okay, I'm done, because I had accepted him back so many times. So I think the reason why he refuses to take care of our son is because I don't give him access to me. Yeah, he left me. He left me plenty of times. But it was me that finally said, you know what, this time, be gone for good. I personally understand the concept of the package deal. Because to me, marrying me is part of the deal. I'm not just going to be having kids and be some dude's baby mama.
And a lot of the times, on the reverse end of it, a lot of the time the toxicity that the baby mother is bringing is due to the baby father moving on. Yeah. So as long as he's with her, we can be a cohesive, happy family. Mm-hmm. The minute daddy's new girlfriend gets introduced, don't have that bitch around my child, right? Yeah. So it's people's emotional feelings being invested, and the immaturity is stopping them from taking care of what they need to take care of with their kids. If women could remove themselves from the emotional aspect and let him have his weekends with his new girlfriend, his other family, whatever it is, and if men could allow their BM to move on and live her life without saying, oh, she want to move on, let that new nigga take care of it then. Everybody got these egos and immature qualities that's making us have all of these broken families.
Single mothers are not created equal. I know for a lot of us, we did not sign up to be in this type of situation. And a lot of people believe that because we made a decision the first time, we can't learn from that decision and pick a better man next time.
There's different types of situations that happen. Mm-hmm. There's people that are just frivolous with their life and they have a bunch of kids by a bunch of different men. Yeah. There are people that were married, they had children, they got divorced. There are people that were married, were widowed, but they had children. Mm-hmm. There are people that were in a relationship and they had children. So I think there's so many different experiences of how children come into the world.
So, okay, what experience do you feel like a woman has to have to disqualify her from certain things if she had children out of wedlock?
What I'm saying is you're not disqualified from an experience. I think you're disqualified from a certain caliber of man.
What do you mean? Mm-hmm.
Most high value masculine men have all of the options, right? Mm-hmm. All of the options. They make the money. They take care of their body. They're mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually sound. Mm-hmm. They're energetically high. All the women are flocking to this percentage of men, just generally speaking. So if they have all of the options, it's the same way how women that are aesthetically look a certain way, they have more options than someone that may not. Just like a man with money that has value has different options from someone that may not. They don't have to choose a woman that has 8 kids by 6 different men. So what I'm saying is essentially when you have a bunch of children by more than one man, why would a high value masculine man choose you over choosing someone that preserved their body, is the same level of aesthetically pleasing, and brings value?
I love my son deeply, and I've always dreamed of being a mother, and I don't regret having him for a moment, but I never expected to be raising him alone. I was committed to saving myself, preserving myself for the man who truly wanted a family, someone who shared that dream. I had fertility issues for years, and I thought when I met my son's father, I picked the right guy. Instead, he led me on, pretending he wanted the same things, only to play with my heart and our future. He knew how much family mattered to me, how willing I was to work through his challenges, yet he chose deception over honesty. After my son was born, I struggled with postpartum depression for nearly 3 years. I gained 80 pounds and now find myself navigating parenthood alone because of his immaturity. We were both over 35, living together, engaged, and building a life, or so I thought. At his big age, he had no business playing games with someone else's future. His actions took away my chance to marry and build a family with a man of integrity. And because of this situation, people will always continue to blame me, claim that I made a poor choice and that I controlled the situation and that it was up to me to choose a man to have a baby by. But when you meet a man and he's pretending to be everything you want for an extended amount of time, then what? Whose fault is it then? Still mine. right? Still mine. At the end of the day, society will continue to blame me. So since I'm taking responsibility for all of this and I'm in control of all of this, this is my decision. I decided that, you know what? This man shouldn't be in my son's life. I should just be happy that he's not here.
I want to give my perspective on women who don't allow the fathers of their children to be around their children. And this is not a generalization. I'm just going to speak about my specific experience and why I just don't feel comfortable with my son being around his father. My son is 6 years old now, but anytime I do a video and it goes viral, thousands of people come into my comment section with the rumor that I had a baby by a married man. And I remember watching one of the videos where a girl was saying that basically I was trying to keep my son from his father because she watched some clips of me talking about how I wanted for my son's father to sign away his parental rights. So I went back and looked at this whole video because the video is like 30 minutes long, but she was just going off of a little clip that she saw. I was pregnant in this video. I did this video in like 2017. And by this time, everyone knew my son's father as my spiritual husband, because all of the videos and content I had been posting before that was just pictures of us having a good time as a couple. So here we were where I was finally like fed up with him. In my perspective, it's not about immaturity. It's about having a zero tolerance policy for a man who decides to break the family contract, the one that he promised he'd keep. He walked away from the VIP access to my life. And I'm sorry, there's no re-entry after you break that level of trust. People always expected for women to have grace with men who cheat and lie and mislead and abuse. And unfortunately, I ain't going for that, boo. He didn't just step out on me. You feel what I'm saying? He opted out of the stability and support that he swore he'd give me. So why should he be able to walk in and out of me and my son's life like it's a revolving fucking door? I think the fuck not. Family is not some take it or leave it arrangement to me. Maybe it's a whole bunch of other women out here who have babies for women and they don't care how the relationship ends. That's not what I signed up for. I signed up for the commitment. So if he wanted access to the whole package, he should have kept his act together. You don't just get pieces of the package. This is not a la carte. We was well over 30 at this point. Ain't nobody playing these type of games. I had to set my standards to protect my own peace. I told him to keep the drama out my life long before my son was even born. I need to reinforce what family truly means up over here. I get to choose who has say up in my world, up in my son's world, because I protect him. I had to carry him for 9 months. I had to go into labor. And I begged and I begged and I begged and I begged for 2 years. And now that it's been 6 or 7, people ask me, well, would you allow him to be in your son's life now? No. We done been through a whole pandemic. He ain't called. The whole world knew my mom had cancer and I was the only one taking care of her, and it was me, him, and her over here in California. Did he call and check on her? No. There was a rumor that I committed suicide. Did he call and check up on our son? No. All of these things happening in the world, and not one time did this man check up on his son? Of course I'm not going to stop. Anyway. So when y'all judge these mothers for not wanting these men to be around because they a whole problem, please understand that everybody's situation is not that cut and dry. It's not that cookie good. You can't apply it to everybody, because sometimes these fathers not being around is actually good because of the trauma that they will bestow on their kids.
Good question, yo. Which one of your parents are most likely to cheat first?
My father, I ain't gonna lie, you hurt. My father, you hurt me because of the drugs, you hurt me for the cheat. My dad.
Why you say that?
He be with girls every single day. My mom doesn't know. It's like he got like 5 girls at home right now, probably.
Father. Why you say that?
Happened before.
Huh?
Happened before.
How did it happen?
I don't know. I was 8.
Shit, my dad. My dad. Hell yeah, my dad. My dad. My pops.
Why you say your pops?
I don't know. He just be chill. You know what I mean? And my mom, she got a house woman. She don't like going out too much.
None of them, because they married. If you
You being innocent or you staying out of this? Like,
I'm being innocent. My father.
why you say that?
He did. He cheated.
So mom Deuce just innocent.
Yeah, so I should go to sleep. So I'll be outside.
Quick question, yo.
This is why when men be talking about like, oh, you need a man role model in the house, you need a male role model in the house, you need a man to teach a man how to be a man and all this stuff. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Yeah, it would be great to have healthy, healed men in the home, but most men aren't healthy and healed.
Now, men who are good fathers, have a good character, are good people, they don't deserve to be away from their children. Men who wouldn't dare hurt the mothers of their children, who wouldn't dare hurt their children, they deserve to see their kids. But these dusties out here that don't have nothing to offer but drama and issues, their influence don't need to be on any more kids. Well, we don't need any more toxic black men in this world. They don't need to be so high in production. So me and my friend Shishi, we both have a podcast coming out, and it's called Sisterhood Unfiltered. And I was speaking to her about me making this video right here, and we was having a conversation back and forth about this on Facebook.
It was very inappropriate for them to be asking them young boys that question. And the amount of them that laughed and said they dad was quite disturbing. But I do like how the little boy said neither, because my parents are married, which shows that his daddy obviously values a family structure and stability over the other fathers. And again, I think that all of this is due to society and the things that they put out. Like, they paint this picture that black men are hypersexual, and that because they're hypersexual like that, they give in to those urges. They don't have the discipline to fight them. They just give in and just have sex with everybody. This is the picture that they've painted for black men, and they put it in movies, they put it in music. And unfortunately, our black culture falls for it hook, line, and sinker. So this is the outcome, and this is what you get. Unfortunately, these are the times we're living in.
But did you hear the follow-up question after the little boy said neither? My parents are married. He said, "Are you playing innocent?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm playing innocent." That's when it fucked it up.
I don't think it fucked it up, because other little boys, they didn't give a damn. They were laughing and giggling like it was something cute. Like, it's normal. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not. Like, to just go out here and just have all these women you're having sex with, that isn't normal. Or what happens to the days where men were discreet and they didn't let their wives or their children know that they were having an affair? Like, this just makes me sad to just think like this is what society has become. It's sad. Also seems like in the black culture, like if you come across a man who is good, you know, and when I mean good, I mean sexually disciplined, one who values the family, who has morals, has structure, discipline. Did I say discipline? All of those things, it seems like to women, they're turned off by that. Like, they don't like those qualities. It's the same thing as like being perceived as nice. People think because you have a nice demeanor that you're easily to get over on. It's not. It's just not desirable. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't look at it as a good quality. They look at it as a weakness. And that's how you know society is just so messed up. It's backwards.
I meant that shit, whatever fiber of my being. Because I was giving him two choices. Like, when you look at the video, I show you the text message he sent me that day. He had been driving me crazy. He had been talking about sleeping with other women. He had cheated on me so many times. He was talking about getting back with his ex. And I realized this man wants every other woman in the world but me. Because if he wanted me, he would be the husband and father that he promised me. Right? So in the video, I'm saying this. And I'm saying, listen, you got two choices, bruh. You can be the husband and father that you promised me, or you can sign your parental rights away. And so on TikTok, they were like, well, you told that man to leave. You tried to keep that man from his baby.
Do you still feel like that was
the right thing to say? Because he didn't do it anyway, though, right? Why not sign your parental rights away if you know you're not going to be there? I knew he wasn't going to be here. I knew no matter how hard I tried, he was going to avoid the responsibility. I could tell by the way he was acting previously. But everybody wanted me to leave the door open for him to just come into Justice's life when he felt like it, and I didn't feel like that was fair to Justice. And I just felt like, if you are not going to be a good husband to me, then why should I allow you to be in our child's life? A family is one unit. I'm not trying to be no baby mama. I don't want to be no baby mama. I don't want to be a baby mama chasing my dude around Atlanta trying to convince him to take care of a child that he helped create. If he had the right to change his mind randomly and say he no longer wanted to be in a relationship while I was pregnant, then I had the right to change my mind and say, okay, then you don't get to be in your child's life. I feel like as my son's mother, I get to decide what kind of man is in his life. And if his biological father is a toxic man, then why would I want him to be around my son? You feel what I'm saying? Because having toxic men around your children have a negative effect on them. I was telling Shishi about a childhood friend of mine who I was engaged to. And when we were kids, he was like a really good dude. But then when we got in our early 20s, he kept cheating on me over and over and over again. And we was like on and off. And he just kept cheating and cheating and cheating. And I cannot do cheating for some reason. I don't know why women can handle that. I can't. I remember him telling me a story about how his father used to sleep with other women in their basement. They had like a little man cave, and his father would sleep with other women in front of him when he was a little kid while his mother was upstairs. And his mother and father were married. And that leads me to believe there's a lot of emotional trauma that comes with men who are promiscuous, who can't be loyal and honest or have a level of self-control when it comes to women. There's something going on with them deeply. These type of men do not need to be in the lives of their sons because all they're doing is creating more men who mistreat women.